What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on Pig City Hockey. Before we jump too far into this video, I just want to apologize for not having the most content up over the last 10 days. I hurt my neck really badly, and I've been just at home, not working, and I just haven't been sitting on my computer. I've been, in a lot of pain, and just recording YouTube videos was not on the top of my list, but feeling good. Back at work, everything's good now. So you know what, let's talk about the Jets, because it has been an interesting West Coast road trip for the Winnipeg Jets. 5 games in so far, they've won 1 game, 4 losses. It has not been pretty. That 1 win, thank God it was in Vancouver, the game that I was at, which was a pretty good performance. There were some moments where the Jets again showed the same weaknesses they've showed on this road trip, in San Jose, in Anaheim, in LA already previously to the Canucks matchup. But at the end of the day, they were able to really pour on the gas, score some pretty good goals, get the power play going, had some great saves from Connor Hellebuck, and that was a great team win. So even though we're going to be talking about the struggles that this Jets team is having right now, it's pretty much going to be all over the footage I caught from that win on Vancouver. So you can at least enjoy that as we critique this club, because there's definitely something going on with the Winnipeg Jets. When you go over and you look at the Winnipeg Jets, the last 5 games, especially on this road trip, this West Coast road trip has been kind of a nightmare for the Winnipeg Jets. They've only won 1 game, like I said, against Vancouver 5-3 on Tuesday, but before that, they lost to the Kings 3-0, they lost to the Sharks 2-1, and they lost to the Ducks 4-1. And then you go into this matchup against the Kraken, a game that they probably could have won, coming off of a game that they definitely had a good momentum builder in Vancouver. We win 5-3, you're playing in Seattle, you need to win this game, and this game was totally winnable for the Winnipeg Jets for the most part, which honestly is what makes it, so annoying, is that it's just the Jets just weren't able to, find a way to continue to close out the game. And that's the biggest issue the Jets are having right now, is scoring goals and finding ways to play their entire, their brand of hockey, an entire game, an entire 60 minutes. So that's been killing the Jets so far to start this year. And don't get me started on the defensive issues this team is having. Obviously, Dylan Samberg coming back tonight was huge. It was his first game back, so we're going to have to hope that, a couple games he's probably going to be better up to speed, back to more of where he usually was in years past, because getting Samberg back is crucial, because I'm sorry, Shen should not be on the ice regularly. I know Colin Miller was on tonight, which is great, but, the Jets, they could have won this game. And I'm not going to blame everything on the defense or one guy, but this was a team loss. This was the Jets not being able to close it out, and, again, they're just giving too many opportunities. Jordan Eberle getting, those 2 goals at the end and before the empty netter as well, and Tovinen as well had a great game tonight. The Kraken are a good team, and it seems like the Jets going into this road trip into the West Coast have really underestimated a lot of these West Coast teams. They're not prepared for their systems, they're not prepared for the certain matchups, and they've just really not been able to handle it well, and that's kind of a concern for me, because these West Coast teams, you look at Anaheim, you look at San Jose, the Kings, you may be not sure about, but these younger teams are starting to come up. The Kraken as well have been very hot to start this year in the Pacific. A lot of these Pacific teams are doing really well to start the year, so we're going to have to see how it plays out down the stretch. But as right now, this has not been a good test for the Winnipeg Jets. It's still early on. I still have faith in this team, and there's still been a lot of things I've liked from this club. And again, they've been, with the injuries to start this year, the fact that they even have the record that they have, it could have been a lot worse. We have to bear that in mind as Jets fans, absolutely, and getting Lowry back has been huge. Getting Perfetti back has been huge. But the problem is that they're not winning these games right now on this road trip. So this road trip has been a big test to kind of gauge where the Jets are right now. And I don't like seeing a lot of these younger, hungrier teams taking the Jets, pretty much to school every matchup. And outside of that Vancouver game where the Jets really looked good, and again, tonight against Seattle, the Jets had moments where they looked good, but they just weren't able to close it out, and they just played sloppy hockey. Especially with the penalties lately, it's just the whole defensive structure of this team has been really weak. I have not been happy with Shen's performances as of late. Logan Stanley, again, he's been trying his best, but the team's just asking way too much of Logan Stanley. And again, he's having a good start to this year. Use Stanley where he's been hot, but they're putting way too much on Stanley. They're putting way too much on Shen. I have not been confident in the defense, at all. Neil Pionk has been a train wreck to start this year, and it's worrisome. When I look at this Jets team right now, I look at their center depth. Could they use some more flash in the top 6? Potentially, but I think honestly, looking at this club, if you want to add to this team going into the trade deadline, if you want to really look at improving this team, you got to look at the blue line. I'm sorry, but I don't see a world where this Jets blue line is going to, keep them in potentially looking for a top 3 spot in the Central. Like, the offense is all there. The Jets have the offense, even when they're struggling as of late to score those goals and get on the rush. And the offense hasn't been great lately. So I'm not trying to like say that, oh, the Jets are fine offensively, ignore it in the trade market. But I genuinely think that when I look at this team right now, a lot of the defensive play, a lot of the defensive collapse, even on the forward side, it's coming from defensemen being out of the zone, not covering their man, losing their check, and it's just, you can't have that when you trying to win hockey games. And especially against these young, faster teams, like, your defense needs to be mobile, and the Jets' defense has been stale, and they haven't been. So obviously, hopefully with Sandberg coming back, that'll change things, and I have faith that it will. Sandberg is such an important part of this Jets club, and getting him back should help solidify that top 4, especially. You can push Stanley out into the bottom pairing. Getting him back hopefully will stabilize Neil Pionk, and maybe you can get some more offense from him, because again, that's the other thing too. You need the Jets' offense on the blue line to kick up. You can't just be Morrissey. You gotta have Pionk, putting in his points as well. And I think we're going to see that soon, but still, we need to see the defense step up and improve. With Lowry coming back, we're already seeing the center depth be there, the faceoffs are there. I think that the top 6, now that you have Lowry getting back, you have Nyquist getting back, Perfetti's back, I think it's going to take a little bit of time to really settle into where the identity of this team again, because let's be real, we had a lot of guys playing up in the lineup, they were finding chemistry, and now we have guys getting back that are healthy. Things are going to have to kind of, shake out the way with the roster and figure out where guys fit best now. And again, it's still early in the season. Like, you look at the Jets right now, where they are. They're 10-7, 17 games into the season so far. They're 10-7. The streak hasn't been good for them again, but they are still in this race. They're still a good team, and they still have a lot of upside that I really think when it comes to competing for the top 3 spot in the Central, and even potentially for battling out for first in the Central. I know obviously points, they got to catch up to Colorado, who's had a great start, but I have faith in that regard. What this team needs to do though is lock in, get back to their identity, start playing a complete hockey, full 60 minutes, which is really important, because they just can't keep giving up these soft turnovers and being weak on the puck and having these bad pinches and reads and collapsing in on their own end and missing their checks. Just stupid plays like that are costing the Jets, and I really think that if they can get that under control, especially with these guys getting healthy and more games under their belt, hopefully things will stabilize. I'm chalking all this streak up to good teams in the West and a Jets team that's still trying to figure out where guys are best fitted, and their opponents are taking advantage of that because they're quick, they're hungry young teams that are finding these slower weaknesses on the blue line and taking advantage of that. So I have faith still. I think with the team getting healthier, that's a good sign, but this losing streak is definitely worrisome. So let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below on what you think needs to change to help get the Jets out of the slump. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts as always. Thank you so much for watching this video. Peace and positivity as always. Go Jets go, and I'll see you all in the next one very, very soon.